So I came here to talk about something called minus zero. Minus zero has nothing to do with the weather. It's really kind of like how I started my life and how most inner city kids started their life. And I didn't realize it till I was an adult and I got a little bit of success and I realized how far I came from. And I didn't have a level playing field. I grew up in a neighborhood where you could get shot walking outside. I grew up in a neighborhood where everything was just fucked up. Friends killed friends. Sometimes we ain't got no lights. Sometimes we ain't got money for food. So I looked at it like, damn, I'm not even starting at zero, I'm starting at minus zero. And all the things he just said I accomplished was even so much harder because I started at minus zero. And I kept going with it, minus zero. Every time I would go speak somewhere, I would say minus zero, and I feel so good that I accomplished something and came so far. And I went back to my country where I was born in Trinidad. And I was sitting in a group with about 5 kids, and I was telling my minus zero story. And I said, I grew up this way, I grew up that way, things was bad, some days we didn't have food. And a kid said to me, he said, damn, your minus zero sounds like a plus 10 to me. And I was like, what you mean by that? And he said, some days you ain't have food, every day I gotta scramble for food. I'm 16 and I've been shot. One of my friends got killed last week. And I think he was maybe in the 10th grade. He had lost about 4 friends. Mother died, father died, and damn, my minus zero story just kind of became like, maybe you're right, maybe I did start at plus 10. So I started just looking for people, meeting people everywhere I traveled, started thinking about like kids in Haiti, kids in Africa, kids all over the world, and I wanted to hear a minus zero story. And I met a lot of people and heard their minus zero story. And unfortunately, I heard their minus zero story as an adult, and they were still at minus zero. And that's when I realized how hard it was to get out from minus zero. And very few people do it. Very few people do it. Just like there's a whole nother crowd that started plus 10. There's some rich kids, started plus 10, started plus 5, and very few of them end up homeless, end up on drugs, end up in jail, end up getting shot. Very, very few of them, because they started at plus 10. And when you start so high, most of the times it's so hard to fall down. So when you start so low, most of the times it's so hard to go up. So I just really wanted to come, and I wanted to make this short and kind of remind everybody that we all got a minus zero story. And no matter what you feel like sometimes, your minus zero story is somebody else's plus 10. And that's really all I came to say tonight.